welcome back to Beauty Bee. So in today's video, we're going to go through my wish list and hopefully cross a lot of things off of it. I've been compiling the list, in fact, this list, over the past, I would say month and a half. And last night I sat down and I actually organized it. And I thought we'd talk through it and hopefully take some items off of it because I didn't count, but I'm guessing there's, let's see, 20-ish, 25-ish items on it. And that's ridiculous. And these are all, this isn't like a far in the future kind of wish list. This is all like, oh, things I could see myself buying in the next couple months, realistically. And realistically, I'm not buying 25 items of makeup in the next month. So it's time to get rid of some of these off of the list. I'm going to go through the types of products list first, and then we'll go through the specific product list. And there's probably actually some overlap here. There are probably some items in the actual product list that would fulfill the want in the types of products. So that's another way I get to cross things off this list. Okay, so a silver eyeshadow. I actually don't have that. Fair enough. A variety of gold shades. I feel like that's the kind of thing where I just need to look into my collection and actually figure out what kinds of golds I have, because I actually don't think I have like a true gold, but I know I have a couple different takes on bronze. I have like a very light gold, sort of a peachy gold, and a dirty gold. That sounds ridiculous as I say it out loud. Yeah, that's insane. That can go off the list. That didn't sound crazy to me until I started saying it. It's like, no, those are all the same color. You don't need that. A cornflower blue eyeshadow or a periwinkle. No, I legitimately do want that. A caviar stick style shadow. Those are those twist up sticks that you apply and then you can blend out with your finger. I feel like that would be good to have for when I'm traveling, but A, I'm not traveling anytime soon. Also, B, like, in what situation would I not be able to just take a brush and a palette? Like, I'm not going to be on the airplane and the pilot comes on like, is there a doctor on board? Or a super blendable, portable, silver, sparkly shadow? That doesn't happen. I think that can go. At least for the short term. I'm not going to be traveling anytime soon. And I don't need travel-specific products for a very long time. A Super Shock or similar with warm colored glitters. The one I have it on today, is quite silver. Actually, I brought over the things that I knew were really similar. So this is one I have. This is Ladybird. It is, I think they call it like warm ivory with silver glitter or something. But the warm ivory, at least on my skin tone, does not show up very much at all. It's just that almost wet sheen. And I guess that actually does come across, at least on camera, a little warmer than it does in person. And I really shouldn't get one of these. I mean, I only use it on the inner corner most of the time. Occasionally I'll do it as like a dusting of glitter across whatever shadow I put on the lid. But, I mean, I've had this for a year. Actually, I've had this for a year and a half. I think I bought this in sort of April or May of last year. And while I'm starting to get a dent in it, I'm actually probably pretty close to hitting pan, because Super Shock shadows are weirdly easy to hit pan on, but I mean, I still have the imprint on a good chunk of it. So maybe long term, silver. I feel like a piece of glitter just came off. I feel like long term, a more warm tone, maybe a gold or like a peach, would be a good idea. But in the short term, I think I should focus on using this up. Because those do go bad too. I don't want that to dry out on me. All right. We're 3 for 5 so far. This is good. This is good. So that's the eyeshadow types of products. Should we move on now to the eyeshadow actual items? I think that makes sense. Sort of bounce back and forth. I think I divided these up sort of into eyes, lips, and everything else. So let's do that. NYX Sky Gems. NYX really surprised me actually because their holiday collection has several things that I actually kind of want. I think there's actually another 1 or 2 on the list. Yeah, there are. They're in different sections, so we're not talking about them right now. But this Sky Gems palette is a 6-pan, and it has a cornflower blue and a silver, as well as I think a pink, a purple, like an Eve Clem blue that with some sparkle in it. And I don't know if it's like a really dark blue or a really dark purple or maybe even a black with a lot of purple shimmer. I kind of want it. On the other hand, though, that would take off both the silver and the cornflower blue. I'm gonna cross that off, but I'm gonna keep the other 2 on the list. Okay, we're moving in the right direction. The Wet n Wild 10-pan Halloween palettes. Again, I haven't seen a palette that I actually wanted, like really wanted, to the point where I thought I would actually buy it in 6 weeks, 3 months, something like that. And then yesterday, 3 different palettes showed up on Trendmood that I really actually do want to purchase. They're out to get me, I swear. So Wet n Wild puts out some Halloween palettes every year that are in this format. This is the Modern Renaissance dupe, but the current Baroque, as we refer to it on this channel. But while I do like the quality of this, I really don't know if the Halloween quality is the same. They released 2 that I actually kind of wanted. One of them, I wrote down the names, was Mummy of the Year. I'll put up pictures of things. It's got some really pretty greens, some golds. I think there's actually a true gold in there, which is kind of tempting. And there are colors actually in both of these that I just don't have. And the other one is Pick Your Poison. It's very warm toned. It's the colors that I'm most interested in this one are the True Matte Yellow. I think it might be just a bit of an orangey yellow, but very pretty. And there's a matte red, like a true red. And I always love Haley O's from Beauty News. I love her red and purple eyes that she does all the time. And I want to do something like that, but I do not have red eyeshadow. I have sort of a burgundy shade a couple times over, but I don't have anything that's a true red. So, you know what? I think here's how I'm gonna reason with myself. I think that I can get one of these if I get my flu shot. Because if I get my flu shot, then I get the $5 gift card to Target. And with a $5 gift card, that would cover the cost of the palette. Yeah, that's a good plan. I like that plan. That will motivate me to actually get my flu shot. I mean, I do every year, but I hate doing it. So that'll make it a little bit more okay. Make a note to myself on that. And that way I'll have a chance to see some reviews and stuff. Actually, I don't know if my Target will get it. If it doesn't, I'll buy necessities with that 5 and then put it towards the palette. Okay. A ColourPop Jelly Much Shadow in Hallucinogenius. Yeah, that would be how you say that. This is like a blue-purple duochrome. It looks so pretty. I think it's really interesting. It's not a color combination that I think I have. But at the same time, how much use would I get out of it? Because I think those Jelly Much Shadows are probably $7-ish. And I mean, I'm talking about getting a palette for $4.90. Why am I thinking about getting a shadow, a single shadow for $7? Yeah, no. That can go. Okay, we're cutting down this list. The ABH Mini Pro Pigment. I didn't write down which volume, but I will have a picture up, and it's the one that sort of has like a Woodstock hippie vibe to it. And this is not terribly priced, I think. This is, I think, $14.50 now at Sephora. Maybe it's $15. It's something right in that range because they were between $28 and $30 full price. Now they're 50% off. On the other hand, they're 50% off. And they've been 50% off for a minute. So there's probably a reason for that, right? Yeah, I don't think people would actually be passing over ABH palettes if they were nice quality, even if they're small, because I know that I tend to hit pan on my eyeshadow, and I suspect a lot of the people who watch me do. However, I'm guessing that the beauty community at large does not tend to go through eyeshadow. So, yeah, they're probably not very good. You can get rid of that. And also on my list are the Natasha Denona mini palettes, looking at the gold or the retro, which the fact that I can't decide between the two probably indicates that I shouldn't get either of them, right? Like, I think I just want a Natasha Denona mini palette to have a Natasha Denona thing. And yeah, the gold palette, honestly, that Mummy of the Year probably, I mean, I don't think it overlaps exactly, but it's probably close enough. Probably, what's that term? Dupes the vibes enough that it would suffice. And I mean, retro is very much my color scheme, but it's very much my color scheme. So I think I have those shades. Also, I think I would use up that little pink that's in retro stupidly quickly. Okay, we're doing good. Now we move on to lips. I want a true Twiggy nude lip, and I think long term I really do want that. However, I think that's a post-COVID purchase because I have no faith in my ability to choose a nude lipstick that will actually work for me without swatching or having someone else's help or something, and I don't think I'll have that opportunity for, I'm guessing, until I guess March, maybe April. That's sad, but it's not something I'm willing to buy like 6 lipsticks and just hope one of them works, so that can go off the list for right now. Something a little more purple. I do want that though. I mean, I don't actually have, did I pull? Yes, I pulled my sort of most purpley lipstick, and it's not very purple. It is very much a hot pink with a little hint of purple to it. I mean, that's pink. There is no way around that. That is pink, not purple. And I've got a couple others that are very similar in color to this, but I don't know. I feel like even with what I'm wearing today, like a purple lipstick would be really pretty, but it's just something I don't have. So that'd be nice to have in winter too. I mean, I have kind of a lot of lipsticks right now, but and I have 2 more on the way. 2 more? 3 more. I think just 2 more. It better just be 2. Oh my goodness. So I think I'm gonna put that as a maybe. I'm gonna keep it on the list. Something very cool toned but wearable. I feel like I just have these sort of pinky nudes locked down. I'm so well stocked on pinky nudes and slightly reddish colors and slightly warmer pinky nudes and slightly cooler pinky nudes. But I wish that I had some things that were just a little bit more daring and interesting. That's sort of where the purple is coming from. And I think that's where, yeah, this very cool toned lipstick. I don't know if I want sort of a grayish color or just like a really lilac-y pink. I think that's sort of what I'm leaning towards, is more like a lilac pink color. But I think I really do want that. Though I don't like have one picked out or anything. A warm toned everyday color. Yeah, that's another thing that I just feel like I don't. You know what? I have that peach lipstick that's coming from Wet n Wild quite soon. That can probably be a warm toned everyday thing. And I mean, if I don't wear it, that's because I'm probably just not going to wear something warm toned too often. So that'll be a good litmus test for whether I should buy that in the future. But I need to give that a good college try before I make any other decisions. And a red lip liner, which, I mean, long term it'd be something that's good, but I don't think actually any of the reds that I have right now really need a lip liner. Do they? No, none of them really need a lip liner. That can go off for now. Ooh, the Flower Beauty Petal Pouts. I've got, oh, maybe I do actually have something cool toned but wearable. I think Autumn Rose is the shade that I was looking at. That was going to be my cool toned but wearable lipstick. Based on the picture, it seems to be like a very dusty, cool toned pink. Yeah, that's good. Then I can cross off something very cool toned but wearable. I literally have 4 on this list, which is ridiculous, but I want the shades Autumn Rose, Berrymore, which is a berry, Poppy Pout, which is an orangey red, and Hibiscus, which is a watermelon color. I feel like Poppy Pout can definitely go off for the foreseeable future. That doesn't seem like a color I'd wear that often in the winter. And I think Hibiscus can leave for now. Yeah. And then I would probably choose between Berrymore and Autumn Rose, because I think those are, I mean, not super similar colors, but I think the way that they would function in my lip wardrobe would be similar enough that I wouldn't want or need both. And NYX lip trios. Now, I actually have 2 trios on this list, which is insane because that would be 6 new lipsticks from NYX, and that's unnecessary to the extreme. I have a butter gloss set in some like rosy nude shades, and the Cool Nudes lip lingerie. Now, these, I think, if I saw these like at Kohl's after Christmas for 50% off or 70% off, I think they'd be a great deal. However, as is, they're sort of like a 2 for like that, I was going to say that backwards. They're, as is, these are priced as like a 3 for the price of 2. And I think I would rather just buy 2 and get to pick the colors rather than get 3 for the price of 2. Yeah. Though, again, if I see these for 50% off after Christmas, I could see myself buying them. But for the moment, they can go off the list. Okay. So now we just have the face stuff left. An icy highlight, which I wouldn't wear. Yeah, I kind of knew that could just leave the list as I was putting it together. A mauve blush. Now I have a mauve eyeshadow that I use as blush occasionally, and I don't think I've even reached for it in the last week, maybe 2 weeks. So why would I need to buy a whole nother blush compact for that? Color correctors, a green one and a peach one. I mean, I think I could use a green corrector, especially around my chin, but I don't think I need a peach one right now. So that can definitely leave the list. But yeah, no, I've got a concealer and a like a BB cream coming from e.l.f. in the next week. So I should at least give those a good try before I buy any other correcting or complexion products. So those, that can both leave. A liquid or serum blush. I mean, that would be fun to play with, but I don't think I'm going to even use up the e.l.f. and Milk makeup. I think e.l.f. calls them the monochromatic multi-sticks. I don't remember what Milk calls them. I have 2 of the little twist-up sticks, and I don't think I'm going to finish those up before they go bad. So I definitely shouldn't add another. That would be a bad choice. Okay, so I managed to actually cross everything off that part of the list. Now, last 2 items. These are a little bit more general. I was kind of looking at getting a NARS Orgasm mini set. They have like 10 different variations of these. I think practically every retailer that sells NARS has a slightly different version of this set. It has a mini NARS Orgasm blush, and then, you know, some selection of the like 15 other NARS Orgasm products they've released over the years, also in mini form. And while I do want that blush long term, short term, I have a lot of blush. I have, or will have in like a week, 4 powder blushes and 2 cream blushes. So I shouldn't get that anytime soon. And similar, one thing that always draws me in are those little Tarte sets that come with the miniature Amazonian clay blushes that still have more blush in them than any reasonable person needs, and the mascara minis. Again, I just said they have more. I have more blush than I need, and the mascara works out to be about the same price as my CoverGirl one. So I guess the mascara wouldn't be a bad deal, but I don't need the blush with it. So yeah, we can cross that off the list too. Okay, so how many were there at the beginning? Because I've made a dent in my list. I don't know how well you can see. There were 30 items on that list originally, and I have managed to cut it down to 6. Hey, that's great. That's 80%. Yeah, I'm very pleased with that. Yeah, I think if I were to place this order today, I would probably get the Mummy of the Year palette, the NYX Sky Gems, and the Autumn Rose lipstick from Flower Beauty. And that would cover pretty much everything on the list except for the More Purple lipstick. Well, that was actually very helpful. I didn't expect to make that much progress today. Thank you so much for watching and for being my silent sounding board for talking through my originally far too long wish list. I hope you'll like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I hope I will see you in the next one. Bye!